Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Property Management Podcast. And today I want to get really personal and share some deep reflections on my recent trip to Ash Goodchild's Paradise Reset in Bali. And I'm still actually in Bali. I am at another retreat now. This is a yoga and meditation retreat, and I've got an extra 5 nights off the back of the amazing retreat that Ash hosted to really reset and disconnect from a lot of things in a place in my business. I'm feeling a little bit stuck, lacking a little bit of clarity and direction. And also in my personal life, I've got a lot going on. I'm just sold my family home. I've sold my business. I'm feeling a little bit lost, and I just wanted to take a moment to sort through some things, some emotional things, and some life things as well. And to be honest, Ash's retreat was exactly what my heart and mind needed. And I can't wait to share with why this matters so much for all of us in property management. And if you're like me, you've probably felt the weight of stress hanging over your business and life for way too long now. In property management, we've been taught to accept stress and overwhelm as just part of the job. But I'm here to say that simply is not true. Long-term stress is not normal, and it's definitely not sustainable. At the retreat, one of the biggest things that I learned, or one of the biggest takeaways, was around connection. And if you're a business owner who works from home and you're a solopreneur, you don't have a large team, or maybe you've got an offshore team, you spend a lot of time on your own. So one of the biggest takeaways I had was around the power of connection. And it's really powerful to know that you are not alone. Everyone there, including me, was navigating similar struggles, juggling workloads, managing demanding teams, dealing with tough clients, and carrying the emotional weight of it all. That sense of shared experience lifted a huge burden from my shoulders. And it reminded me that reaching out, sharing, and connecting isn't a weakness, it's a strength. Another big takeaway: new ideas and solutions often come when you give yourself space away from the daily grind. You don't always have to be at a formal conference or workshop to learn and grow. Sometimes it's about stepping outside of your routine, having some fun, being playful, and letting the heaviness lift just enough to see your challenges in a fresh light. Bringing playfulness back into your work and life makes the tough stuff that we're all dealing with easier to carry. This retreat also helped me reconnect with my why, the real purpose behind my work. When you reconnect with that purpose, it guides you towards what really matters and moves the needle in your business instead of getting lost in the never-ending to-do list or distractions. And let me be honest, stress in my own property management journey pushed me to the brink. I developed a heart condition, which many of you have been following for a long time already know. My heart condition was from long-term ongoing stress. They couldn't find any other reason why I was experiencing a heart condition that's normally reserved for people way older and more unhealthy than me. And it shook my whole world. It forced me to stop and look at how my business was impacting not only my health, but most importantly, my family as well. I had multiple trips to hospital over a number of years. My kids were coming to visit me in and out of hospital. It really took a toll on them. Looking at their faces, worried, sick about what was going on with their mum is something that really still sticks with me to this day. So I really implore you to think about the impact that the stress that you are living and working with is having on your family as a whole. You know, it's not easy, especially if you are running multiple offices or you're managing a team, you're chasing late rental payments, you're handling impossible client demands. Believe me, I 100% get it, and it all adds up. And I know so many of you that I speak to on a daily basis, and even at the retreat, talking to the amazing group of women that were at the retreat, we were all experiencing the same types of stresses in property management. And yet the transformation that we're all after is really more income, more freedom, and more connection. not just with clients and teams, but with ourselves and the life that we really want to be living. So, what can you do? Well, start by identifying the biggest stresses in your business and asking yourself, can I book some time away, a retreat, a weekend, or even just a day to disconnect and recharge? Are there systems or tech that I can implement to ease my workload? What processes in my business are broken and need fixing? And book some time in your calendar to work on them, or get some support from one of the amazing coaches and trainers in the industry to help you fix those broken processes. And can I bring in some short-term help? Can I outsource some of my tasks? Maybe it's a remote support person or one of our taskers to take some of those nagging tasks off your plate. Can you outsource your routine inspections to give yourself or your team a break? And what parts of your business or mindset need a reset so that you can get back to your purpose and joy? The best way that I do this is just grabbing a pen and paper and start writing down how you're feeling. What are you struggling with? What are the issues? And then from there, the solutions will come to you as you give yourself some space to just simply sit down and write, or grab a coffee, a nice cup of tea, and sit down with a friend, an industry friend if you have one, an industry peer. I'm certainly here for anyone that wants to have a chat without any conditions and just wants to vent and talk about some of the issues and struggles and see if we can come up with some solutions. You don't have to do this alone. Remember, breaking the property management stress cycle starts with small steps towards change. Your health and happiness absolutely depend on it. So take this as your permission slip to pause, reflect, and make the changes your business needs and you deserve. You're not alone, and the freedom, income, and connection you crave are absolutely within your reach. So thank you so much for listening to this shorty episode. And taking care of yourself isn't a luxury. It's the foundations of your success.
Can I ask you a quick favour before you leave this episode? Now, we all know how important reviews are for businesses these days, and mine is no different. If you could spare just a minute to follow, rate and review this podcast, it would mean a lot to me. In fact, what would get me super excited is if you share this podcast with someone in the industry who you think might need to hear some of the episodes right now. And if you'd like to find out more about working with me or any of the products I have to help you start, grow or scale your property management business, head to my website, thatpropertymum.com.au, or check out the links in the show notes.